The silent muse and the algorithm. Is human creativity obsolete? The debate over AI and creativity isn't about whether a machine can paint a pretty picture. It's an existential interrogation of human purpose itself. For centuries, creativity was a matter of divine inspiration, the muses whispering secrets to poets. Today, we confront a chilling possibility that genius is not spiritual, but purely mechanical. If the creative spark is merely the rapid recombination of vast knowledge, what happens when an engine arises that can accumulate infinitely more data and combine it a million times faster than any human mind? The answer is a fundamental existential threat to the very essence of human artistic and intellectual endeavor. Part 1. The Triumph of Accumulation, Data and the 10,000-Hour Crucible. Science confirms that creativity, at its core, is the interplay of deep accumulation and novel combination. The genius chef who invents a revolutionary dish is executing divergent thinking, taking the data points of French sauce velouté and the knowledge of Japanese dashi and combining them in a new, delicious, and valuable way. This combinatorial model is inseparable from Malcolm Gladwell's famous assertion, rooted in the research of K. Andrews Erickson, that achieving elite expertise requires 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. The data accumulation, this demanding apprenticeship, is the time spent building the internal library, the foundational data points, factual knowledge, and muscle memory that a master must possess. You can't recombine elements you don't possess. The enabling leap, this mastery, is the prerequisite for big C creativity. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, though a child prodigy, saw his truly original masterpieces emerge only after years of intensive study, mastering every established compositional style and internalizing the complex data of classical European music. The Beatles are a perfect example. They accumulated their necessary 10,000 hours not in a lavish studio, but through over 1,200 grueling performances in Hamburg clubs, solidifying the musical vocabulary they would later revolutionize. The 10,000 hours are the time spent filling the tank. The flash of inspiration is simply the result of the expert engine finally igniting. But if a machine can fill that tank instantly, the human apprenticeship is rendered moot. Part 2. The direct cognitive threat. AI conquers the unsolvable. AI's greatest threat to human creativity is its ability to bypass the human apprenticeship entirely, solving problems that were once considered the grand challenges of human intellect and design. Case 1. The new move and domain mastery obliterated, AlphaZero. DeepMind's AlphaZero taught itself chess through self-play and reinforcement learning, its own instant synthetic 10,000 hours. In just 4 hours, it reached superhuman mastery, generating novel, superior moves that defied human theory. The Grandmaster is revered for generating a single new move after a lifetime of work. AlphaZero generates millions of superior, original combinations in a day. The frontier of originality in a complex, defined domain is instantly and permanently moved out of human reach. Case 2. Solving the protein problem. AlphaFold. AI hasn't just won games, it conquered a major challenge in biology, the protein folding problem, a challenge defined by an impossible amount of possibilities. Levinthal's paradox. The protein folding problem is about predicting a protein's final 3D shape from its simple starting string of amino acids. Molecular biologist Cyrus Leventhal noticed a catastrophic problem. One protein could theoretically exist in around 10 to the 300 different shapes. This paradox showed that if a protein were to find its correct shape by randomly trying every possibility, even at incredible speed, it would take longer than the universe has existed. This unbelievable number of options made the problem seem utterly impossible to solve. AlphaFold's solution. In 2020, DeepMind's AlphaFold used advanced AI to crack the problem. It didn't try every shape. Instead, it learned the complex hidden rules of folding from the huge database of known proteins, achieving almost perfect accuracy. The ultimate scientific eureka moment was delivered by an algorithm in an instant, showing that our biggest intellectual puzzles are just complex math problems waiting for a fast enough computer. Part 3. The instrumental threat. Why human effort dies. The deepest danger is not the algorithm's genius, but their superhuman efficiency at the very act of combination, which fundamentally undermines the economic rationale for human creative investment. The commodification of content. When AI can produce good enough content, marketing copy, illustrations, jingles, at near zero marginal cost, the market's need for slow, expensive human labor vanishes. The erosion of the creative stratum. This economic displacement targets the entire class of professional creatives. If the market no longer pays for the output of creative skill, the societal value of honing creative faculties, of investing in Gladwell's 10,000 hours, diminishes. Why dedicate your life to mastering a skill that a machine can instantly surpass and significantly undercut? The human creative edge. A thin thread of hope. The only remaining ground for human creativity is the non-algorithmic space of lived experience and intentionality. Lived experience and intentionality, human creative work is driven by a subjective self, grief, joy, struggle, and a unique personal history. The work is valued because it is an intentional expression of that self. The AI has no inner life. It operates on instruction. Cultural and emotional value. We value an object not just for its novelty, but for its provenance, the story of the human who made it. We continue to find unique, emotional, and cultural meaning in art and ideas birthed from human consciousness. The AI, with its vast combinatorial power, is the ultimate new tool. The tragic irony is that this tool, while freeing us from tedious data-intensive tasks, may also abolish the cultural and economic need to ever develop the deep mastery that once defined genius. Ending thought. We stand at a precipice. If creativity is indeed data accumulation and combination, then the machine has won. The question is no longer whether AI can be creative, but whether it will allow us to be. Will we become mere prompters of our new digital muse, or will we find a new meaning in the 10,000 hours, a meaning so intrinsically human, so resistant to the logic of efficiency, that it ensures the creative fire within us never truly dies? The future of the human spirit hangs in the balance.